Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would share with you my February perfume tray. I believe I'm uploading this on the 1st of February, so we have the full month ahead. And I do this every now and then. I'll put perfumes out on my tray. As you can see, there is quite a theme. I'm definitely going with that Valentine's Day, heart-shaped red and pink bottles. Like I want the inspo. And sometimes when I do these trays, I'll pick perfumes that I think I'm going to be using for the month coming ahead. Sometimes I do it to try to use things that maybe don't get the normal rotation. And I feel like this tray is more like the second version of that, where I'm just trying to use some of this stuff and if it's the theme. So I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoy seeing what perfumes I'm going to be using a little bit more in February. I'm going to start off with this one from Escada. This is a big part of the inspiration for this video because of the heart shape. This actually pops off here like that, so it's kind of a weird one. But this is Candy Love from Escada, and this is a vanilla fragrance. I was really excited initially to pick this up because it has a whipped cream note. I loved the packaging. It also has some apple and some rose in it. It's very showery, very Escada, maybe a little less tropical fruit than normal Escada I feel like goes, but definitely in that vein. Super sweet, super fruity, definitely more of a fun perfume than like I think a serious perfume, but perfect for this month. So putting that in or on the tray. Another one up front here, this is Jo Malone's Scarlet Poppy. I just have a smaller bottle of it and I really love this. This is a musky and powdery scent. It has like, I think a barley or like a wheat note in here, but I really love that it has some fig. I would say that the fig in here is not like other figs. It's not super noticeable. It's not really milky. It's not even very green or woody either. It's just kind of sweet and soft, and I feel like overall this perfume for me is a little bit makeup-y and powdery like that. So definitely like a skin scent, more close to the body, but I thought that would be nice. Also the blood red bottle I thought was perfect. The last one in the front row, this one I threw in kind of last minute because it's just so cute. I don't normally use this Ariana Grande fragrance, but this is Sweet Like Candy. This has some nice creamy notes, some whipped cream, there's some marshmallow in it, there's like a cashmere note as well, but the fruitiness that comes through is blackberry and black currant, so there's kind of a sharpness with those softer notes, and it's super sweet. Another one of those really sweet ones. Like I said, this isn't one I use all of the time. I definitely prefer things like Cloud, the new Mod Vanilla. I like REM. I like God is a Woman, but I kind of want to like force myself to use this a little bit more in actual practice. So putting that one in. Look at that cute little pom-pom. Moving into that next back row, this is a newer one. I picked this up during a blind buy haul from FragranceNet. It's from Guess. It's called Seductive Red. It has like a cherry note, lots of vanilla. I thought the bottle was so perfect, and I also just want to try this one a little bit more. I really want to test it out on my body more and get some really good thoughts on it and see how it actually wears on me, because when I was trying them out in that video, that was definitely first impression. So that I want to give a little bit more love to and get some thoughts on. This next one is just because it's new. This is the perfume I bought for my birthday. This is from Kyse, and it's Delizia de Marshmallow. I think that's how you say it. This is just a super marshmallow note. It really does smell like the inside of a marshmallow you've bitten into. Very sweet, very vanilla. I feel like it's a nice layering one. So even if I'm not reaching for something else on this tray, I could layer this with something. And also if it's a little bit cold still, I like to use these types of vanillas. So put that in. Next we have Nishane's 100 Silent Ways. I love this fragrance, and I am excited to start playing with some lighter perfumes, things that aren't only, you know, super sweet or aren't only more vanillic. And this does have vanilla in it, has some peach in it, lots of white florals, and it definitely gets me in the mood for spring and just some different fragrances than I've been really using for winter. So that has me so excited. Plus again, I feel like that red label really just brings home this perfume for the tray. This next one's from the Marc Jacobs Daisy line. This is Daisy Kiss, and I don't know all the notes on this. I'm looking it up really fast. It has some peony and rose, violet, osmanthus, and broxin, and then some apricot and pomelo in the top. This was definitely an early on buy. I knew that I loved Daisy from back in the day, and so I was excited to try a few of the Daisy flankers, and it does have the Daisy DNA, but I do think this one's a little bit different, and I just thought it would be fun to use. I definitely don't buy as many of the Daisy flankers at all anymore. I still do like that DNA, especially for a designer perfume, but a lot of them smell either really similar similar or just aren't really my favorite takes, but I want to, you know, get some use out of this one now that I have it. Moving back even more, this next one is from Viktor&Rolf. It is Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. This is a vanilla bourbon, I believe, and peach type of fragrance. This is in the same wheelhouse to me as Killian Princess. Even kind of similar, I feel like, to 100 Silent Ways. This one to me comes off a little bit more, I don't want to say spicy, but almost kind of powdery. I don't know, the vine note adds a greenness, but also I feel like there is still some patchouli in here from that like original Flower Bomb DNA. I really love the way that the vanilla is in here. It's like creamy and good. It's been a while since I've used it, and I feel like the way that that fruit note is in here really helps to brighten up the creaminess of the vanilla, so that way it's not too heavy and still kind of going more for that fresher fragrance. I mean, by no means is this like fresh, you know, but compared to what I've been using, it's definitely a little bit fresher. So I feel like this is kind of a transition getting into spring. Next, I had to put Kayali Vanilla 28. This is just a staple for me. I know I'm going to want to reach for it. I feel like this is also really nice middle ground vanilla for me, where it is sweet and vanillic, but it's not overly sweet, not like the Marshmallow fragrance. And so I feel like this is a year-round fragrance for me. So put that in. I did add one more sexy, a little bit heavier, gourmand type of fragrance in here. This is Side Effect from Initio. I think you say Initio. Let me know. Is it Initio or Initio? Anyway, I thought, you know, I'm only going to get a few more uses, I feel like, to really wear this. I think you could wear this, I guess, at night, but it is a pretty heavy, boozy, rum, vanilla, tobacco fragrance. It's pretty syrupy, pretty heavy, very sweet, still sexy though. I feel like it's grounded. So even though all those notes are really heavy and it is sweet and it is thick, I don't know, there's some medicinal notes. There's just something about it that I feel like it still feels well balanced for being all those things. I love this fragrance. Every time I smell it, I'm like, oh, so freaking good. So I put this one in here to get my last few uses out of it before the season really changes. The last true perfume that I have in here, this is from Caudalie, and this is the Thé de Vin fragrance. This is a very musky fragrance. This has some tea notes, some neroli, but then it has some grapes, lots of musk, and some honey and woodsy notes in the base. I definitely have been reaching for more of these clean, musky, like kind of uplifting fragrances that don't weigh you down. They just feel really fresh. This is the freshest one, I think, on this whole tray. And I've been reaching for a lot of those types of fragrances in my collection, but not necessarily this one, and I want to. So I thought I would put it on here to remind myself if I'm feeling that way, like I want a fragrance like that, instead of going for Pink Canyon, which I love, and some of the other ones I frequent a little bit more, I thought I would pull out this one from Caudalie. I love that one in the hand cream as well. That's what initially like turned me on to getting that perfume. The hand cream is so good. And then I did decide to put in 2 body mists, and these are definitely like inspirational ones. They aren't ones I reach for all the time, so I thought it'd be fun to pull a few out that fit the theme and I think go with the season and what I might be in the mood for, but maybe wouldn't just naturally reach for. I have like my go-to body mists, but this first one, this is Whipped Rose and Vanilla. This to me is a dupe or very similar. It's like in the same ballpark as Delina Exclusive. This has notes of crushed rose petals, cocoa flower, and whipped foam. So it's that rose, and it's a little bit of a brighter rose, but it has that creamy kind of vanilla that's wrapped in, and I feel like that's how I experienced Delina Exclusive. So I'm putting that one in. And then because I know myself and I do like my sweet gourmands, I do like my heavier scents, and it still is cold, I still might want to be kind of bundled up, I did put in Strawberry Pound Cake. This one is super foodie. I initially really liked this scent because I had the hand sanitizer and I loved it. This has notes of fresh strawberries, golden shortcake, and whipped cream. I also thought like the strawberries for Valentine's Day, all that is like so on theme. So that is my perfume tray for February. Lots of fun stuff to pull from and reach for that I feel like is on theme and kind of fun, especially for the days when I don't know what I want to wear. I want to go to this tray and use some of these. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I would love to know what you're going to use for February. If you do like a perfume tray like this, let me know. But thanks so much for being here. Bye.